Okay. I got a lot of people mad at me for reacting to Brandon Herrera for some reason. Let's do it again.
Oh, hey, man, what's up?
Damn!
Hey, what you doing there, bud?
Oh,
Just playing with the old paperweight.
Just up here cranking Melody. This thing's just a badass anti-tank rifle, man. I'm excited to film with it.
Yeah, but we don't have Desperado to film that anymore.
Fuck. Yeah, kind of still figuring that part out. In the meantime,
Is Desperado the ranch, the farm they had, or what?
what's something else we could film that we don't need Desperado for?
What is Desperado?
No. No, 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 no.
Hi there, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cursed Gun Images. Yeah.
It's been a while. I remember way back in college I used to freaking like watch some of these. Damn, it's been a minute.
Hey. If you guys aren't familiar with the concept of Cursed Gun Images, it's when you guys find the most heinous shit you possibly can when it comes to firearms, or poorly modded firearms, or just bad stuff, and you bring it to me. And you're all proud and shit about it too, like a cat bringing in a dead ferret. And I talk about it in this series, as much as some of them pain me.
It's actually a really apt analogy.
You wonder why you drive me to drink. I think it's been over a year since we've done one of these too, so I guess I'm long overdue for it. Alright, that's enough procrastinating. Let's get this over with. Let's start out kind of mild and work our way in. I should call her. Are you a fan of space age guns?
Hey! What the frick is gonna be mild?
Also kind of a sucker for the classics. Well, let me introduce you to this.
What? It's like they took a P90 and put a Thompson 20 in it. What the frick?
P90 Thompson hybrid, called the Thompson 90.
The Thompson 90.
Like
Get the frick out of here.
90. I like to picture.
No, that's worse than Kurt. What the hell is this? It's like they put the P90's parts on a Thompson. Okay, I see.
There's somebody trying to say that. Thompson. I'm a child.
I think
This
it would
one
just be a
looks to
Thompson.
Thompson, like a functional.
The P is silent, like on
45
pterodactyls.
ACP Thompson submachine gun
Or pteranodons.
with, I guess, P90 furniture just crudely attached to it. The inclusion of the little reflex sight there on top of the handguard. It's kind of funny. Fuck,
It's
if they went
perfect.
that far, this thing's actually
It's for picture-perfect accuracy.
probably pretty functional. Honestly, you can't get much worse than the original ergos on the Thompson, so this might actually be kind of an improvement. Next up, speaking
Really?
of the classics, we have the Obrezd P.
Why would you ever take the stock off? And also, why would you make the barrel so short? What the frick?
PSH-41, which, if you know how sought after these things are in the States, it just hurts my heart, especially without crude.
Yeah, like, it really, like... I don't get, what would be the point of this?
The shroud's cut. I mean, maybe it's just winter, because we all know that the PP.
I was gonna say, the stock could always be, like, changed, if needed. But, that's a lot of metal you took off.
I can't even finish that joke. That is so bad. Next, camera on gun to trap crooks. Photographic identifications of fleeing criminals may be
It's so that when you blast them, the police know that you did it in self-defense.
obtained with a recently perfected camera, which is attached to the pistol or rifle and worked by the gun's trigger. The lens used can work at an opening of f3.5, which permits the camera to be used in comparatively poor light and at high speed. The small negatives are sharp enough to be enlarged. Does nobody see the problem with this? They even clarified fleeing criminals. So if you want photographic evidence, if you
Yeah, they're gonna be looking in the opposite direction, running away from the force multiplier.
shooting a guy in the back while he's running away, this is the gun for you. What a fucking unhinged product description. It's not like body
Yeah, no, that for sure. Well, yeah, thank
cam
you.
where you could just, take a picture. No, you have to shoot the guy. Really sucks when the department's taking your mugshot, and that's the only.
I was thinking more like those GoPro cameras that people be putting on their airsoft
thing
weapons.
they've got. Like, all right, open wide. It reminds me of that meme. Hold up, let me find it. A Colt 38 revolver from 1938 that automatically takes a photo each time the trigger is pulled.
Wow.
It's just four furries.
The spider.
A spider.
I love it.
Uh,
Poor furries.
It's not funny. Now up next, God, this takes me back to, you guys remember
No, the spider deserved it. The furries were caught in the crossfire, so to speak. The spider deserved it.
Ethan Matheson, an oldie but goodie from Cursed Gun
Oh,
Images
what the hell?
past. Well, that's going to be the theme of the next couple. That's right, We're going
Prison?
straight to Tweaker Tactical. Like this old one. Built this while tripping. No idea what it does. Not trying it either.
You have to try it. That you created a pulse rifle, I believe. That looks like the editing rifle from Gmod.
Honestly, fucking smart. Looks like that thing from Gary's mod. Oh fuck! It's the tool gun from Gary's mod.
It's literally.
It's amazing what you don't know when you go outside. Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm still a gamer. Most recently, Eli's got me into Metal Gear Solid 5, which I have been playing quite a lot. So this is your early warning sign. Be expecting some Metal Gear content. But back to meth heads. This is your Tech 9.
Now the question is, did the Gary's mod weapon, was that born from this post, or was it, or did this post like create the Gary's mod?
This is your Tech 9 on drugs.
What the hell? I love the Tech 9. Why would you do this to it?
Some Metal Gear content.
The Tech 9 is like one of those pistols
heads.
that you could put a drum barrel on it, and it's hilarious.
9. This is your Tech 9 on
Why?
drugs. It's funny, I actually recognize this gun.
It looks exploded.
It's an Intratech Tech 22. Back in my day. Oh, fuck. Back in my day. Way back
in
when I was
my day.
familiar with this anyway. They used to call it the Scorpion, too. Because I guess the way that the magazine was curved. Glance view.
Oh, they mixed it with a scorpion. Okay, I remember.
Pull up a photo of the Intratech
Yeah.
22. The way the mag was curved.
That's in Far Cry.
Kind of looked like a poor man's Scorpion. Like the VZ61. By all accounts, it was shit. So.
Oh, was it?
There's that. This one just has not been very well taken care of, and the metal's all fucked up, and I would not, wouldn't shoot that.
Yeah, I'd take that apart for pieces at that point.
And finally, you know what's gonna be good when it's from a news article? Vancouver police arrest man with loaded gun in downtown Eastside Friday. The Vancouver Police Department says it has arrested a man with a loaded gun in downtown Eastside. Yeah, I got that from the fucking title. Why did I even read that? Fucking journos, man. If you look at this, it's still in the little fucking shitty Walmart holster. Judging by the slope of the holster, it looks like the holster it's in is backwards. But now to that second image.
You're actually right. You're totally right. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Don't ask me why, but I own a holster.
You find something much more concerning. I can see the back of that shotgun.
It was for a video idea.
If you know anything
I also
about
got a
guns,
US Army
that's problematic.
canteen and an M8 dagger.
You see, the chamber's where all the
Nice.
pressure is. Any action has an equal and opposite
That was for
reaction,
footage.
so the amount of force applied forward is also being pushed backward. That's why guns have a very strong chamber, solid reinforcement behind said round. This doesn't have that. So if by some miracle, if you could call it that, this is a functional gun, I would not be the guy who's test firing it.
No thanks, I choose life.
God, that guy definitely
It looks like he made it out of duct tape and like.
didn't go to SDI.
I don't even know what the hell. I would say wood, but I think wood would be more structurally sound.
While we're talking about guns, let's talk about safe storage for a second. Which,
Maybe styrofoam?
I'll do as I say, not as I do. But if you live in a place, let's say you got small kids in the house, something like that, you want to make sure your firearms are secure, maybe check out Vera Safety. It's biometric safe storage, like their pistol lock right here. One press of the finger, your gun immediately deploys. They also have rifle mounts so you can keep your bedside very close by while also secure and ready to deploy at a moment's notice. And if you use code Herrera, you can
Yeah, see, a kid ain't gonna get your fingerprint like that.
get 30% off your purchase over at Vera Safety using the links down in the description and in the pinned comment.
That's actually smart, because then you gotta, like, be punching all the numbers into a safe if a robber comes into your house.
We appreciate their support.
I'm just comparing what you hear in LA. That shit's getting scary, bro. Like, it's happening constantly, and there's, like, videos on the news of, like, people breaking in and just holding the whole family hostage. It's messed up.
To cursed gun images.
No,
Up
that's
next,
scary, bro.
We have a revolver, but not just any revolver.
Why do you think, like,
the
every single one of my
Taurus
neighbors got the biggest doggos, like, ever? I got a big old doggo, too.
Judge, like the 410, 45
I love it.
long.
I want it. If I ever get one, if I ever get a force multiplier, it's gonna be this one, too. For sure. Like, I don't know what else, but this one guaranteed.
Defense pistol. I have one just for the meme. And
No, it's flat out, like, it's in the United States of America, the shotty shells are by far the most plentiful, most abundant, and easiest to makeshift create yourself. So the judge would be the perfect zombie weapon.
it's about as bad as you think. But you know what? If we're going to 410, 45
Not a
long
lot of moving
Colt,
parts,
why
very
stop
simple to
there?
use.
You could go up to something like, I don't know, 4570. Remember when I said
Why?
guns usually like to have thicker chambers and breeches? Give the round a little bit of reinforcement? That's why. That's why. I was looking at this obviously
Freaking
cast
explodes.
frame on a 4570 revolver, and that is what makes this cursed as hell. That, and you're probably cursed by the ghost of whoever was shooting that fucking thing. All right, next we'll take a field trip to Ukraine, where we've seen some wild guns come out of there. I mean, we had a whole video series on it. This one was just too neat not to talk about. It's what appears to
Oh, ain't that from World War One? That looks like that Italian rifle from Battlefield 1, bruh.
be an old Maxim gun. If you're not familiar with the Maxim, we actually did a video on that as well. Probably age restricted here on YouTube because their guidelines about shooting safe, fully automatic, legal firearms, even though we have the proper licenses, it gets age restricted because the guidelines are gay. Anyhow, they seem to have attached a Picatinny rail on it for a scope, jerry-rigged a stock, and an AK Bakelite pistol grip on the bottom, with what appears to be a PKM drum on the bottom.
Bro, I didn't even see the AK grip. I thought the trigger was like here or something. What the hell?
So you can feed 7.62 by
Nah. What the frick?
54R through it. Fun fact, my Maxim's also chambered in 54R because it was a finished
What the hell's
Maxim.
gonna carry that?
And this wacky shroud with a bipod, and finally up front, an Allen keyed on muzzle brake. Mom, we have PKM at home. Is it wacky? Yes. Is it cursed? I mean,
It's honestly impressive. This is like one time in college. There was like it was a career college for like learning computers. They had a bunch of like scrap. They had like a computer scrapyard, the computer junkyard, where it was just like tons and tons and tons of broken PCs, and we put them all together and like made one working PC out of like many different computers. And this reminds me of that.
The mother of all invention.
Yeah, you basically make one working computer or rifle in this case out of like just a million pieces.
I guess. Not gonna lie, the longer I look, the more it's kind of growing on me. Either way, on the totally opposite end of the spectrum, this one is from the reviews on PSA's website for the Pulsefire Underbarrel Flamethrower. They're usually meant to attach to the bottom of ARs and things like that, just kind of like a...
Ooh, what is this one's called? This one's on Eva from freaking what was it called? Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, Ela, that was her name.
As a little gimmick, a meme.
I like that
so
weapon,
to
it's
speak.
good.
Yeah, this guy put it on a suppressed Glock.
Oh,
One that
I thought
has
the
a
cursed thing
brazen
was supposed to be the flamethrower. I was about to say the flamethrower looks sick. I don't know.
Attachment, and I believe a silencer suppressor. And of course, the drum magazine.
Nah, so
or
that's some Call of Duty-ish right there. Get out of here.
titty, as it's known in some urban areas. Putting it frankly, this is the most PSA owner shit I've ever seen. Definitely earning its place in the ranks of the cursed guns we have on the list. Alright, so this looks fairly innocuous. It's a Glock 19, albeit being on a printy boy frame, if you
Very ugly blue.
catch my drift. Ah! But upon further inspection, it's actually a Glock that takes Beretta mags, which is interesting.
Why?
Then I started thinking of a name for that. I settled on the Barack.
Damn it! I was gonna say the block. You said Barack? I was
Thanks,
gonna pause it and
Beretta
give my own.
mags, which is
I was gonna like rapid fire. Okay, you said the Barack. I was thinking block.
interesting. Then I started thinking of a name for that. I settled on the Barack. Thanks,
Beretta and Glock.
Obama. Speaking of printy boys, though, this next one comes straight from
You know what? Yours is better. Yeah, the Barack is amazing.
my buddy Print Shoot Repeat. It's an MCX regulator, which you can tell something's a little off at first glance.
I bump on the MCX regulator. Ah, yeah, he put a shoddy one. That's the thing from a shoddy one. I don't go there. That looks nasty.
But it doesn't look too crazy until you realize this is a California compliant lower on the MCX, meant for a hunting style stock that somebody has put a pistol grip on anyway. By somebody, I'm pretty sure it was PSR.
So it's not even California compliant then.
Thanks. I hate it. Also, we have to appreciate the inclusion of the free feet pics of his I was gonna say 2 left feet. It's
How the hell are your feet backwards?
actually just his left foot is where his right foot should be, and right foot where left is. Fun fact about PSR, that's actually just the way he is. He's not memeing here. Some
I think his feet are more cursed than the actual
dudes are
weapons.
just born with fucked up feet. I'm gonna put as much effort into this next one as they did. This is a Glock 17. Somebody added a bunch of fucking bionicle
That's
shit
Lego,
too,
yeah.
as well as electrical
Yeah, probably not Lego.
tape, apparently. Put a forward grip and a
It might be
dot
Mega Blocks.
on. the quote, how in the fucking South Side Chicago Section 8 low-income housing environment BS is this? I can tell you just how South Side Chicago Section 8 low-income housing it is. That's a felony. Because you have a vertical grip on a pistol. A lot of people don't know that's
Oh, really?
an NFA violation. It's gotten a little bit more lenient recently when people, you know, challenging the definition of vertical being not exactly 90 degrees, but that's a vertical grip on a pistol. In good news, I'm pretty sure you can just take it, and bend it, and change that and make it compliant.
Yeah, would slanted count? Like so it's like sideways?
But but if stocks on pistols aren't okay and vertical grips on pistols aren't okay, what about pistols on pistols?
Yo, I heard you like pistols. So I put a pistol in your pistol.
Now the ATF doesn't know what to do. Yo, dog, I heard you like pistols.
Damn it! We made the
Obviously,
same stupid joke!
That looks like that.
Oh, you're not more original than me.
That beaver tail.
Talking
would
to
fuck
chat right now.
you up. And now for the magnum opus from PNW Gorilla, desiring to have iron sights on his, sure-shotted out AK. Got the similar rail right back there.
I'll tell you one thing right now. No matter what you do, don't put a sight on the AK. I have never seen an AK look good with a sight on it. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't belong there. Just don't do it.
He decides to do this.
So, not as bad. Not the kind of stupid I thought it was. Way worse. Way worse.
Adding an AR
I'm talking about even with a normal like sight on it.
carry handle and a front sight onto his
Why a carry handle?
AK. Thanks. I hate it.
What a wild
It's like he
shroud to put
does
on it
this
too.
just to upset me. I just hope that God is as merciful as you think he is. I think the thing that I hate about this most is how many of you guys in the comments are gonna say that this shit is drippy as hell.
No.
Because I can almost see where you're coming from. I almost get it. But be not
Nah, maybe that one box weapon, but not
led
this.
astray. Or else.
All right,
One
wait,
quick
calm down
interesting
now.
point though before we close out. I am actually getting a
Scared me.
new studio setup. So I didn't think about it until I sat down to film this exact video, but
I really hope that that's not my actual reaction if I'm ever placed in that position. The one time I was placed in that position, I'm not gonna go into full details, but when I tell you I'm not joking, I think I've said this story before in the past. Somebody from jail broke out and ended up in my front lawn, and I was like, literally, I was in the backyard with my dad when my dad was like fighting this guy, in our front yard, and I hear something's happening, right, and so I just go like this, and then the police officer just pointed directly at me, and I'm like, oh. I am not joking. That was my honest and earnest, just not gonna involve myself in that, and I just disappeared. I like full blown Homer Simpson into the freaking bushes, because I was like, oh nah, I was like, danger, I don't want to be involved. I'm gonna put this whole house in between me and you.
I've had this set up for a few years. It served
Now,
me well.
to be fair, that was a police officer, so I figured something must be happening, I gotta imagine. So,
It's
had to
kinda
calmly
crazy
approach,
think,
but hopefully I am a much braver monkey.
Hundreds of millions of views have happened.
When it's
here.
go time!
That blows my fucking mind. But I'm really excited
always
what
gotta
I
be
can
ready
do
for
with the
go
new
time.
setup as far as, maybe some better lighting. I'm excited for it. But I'm also a little bit of a softie, and I'm a little sentimental for this stuff. So this will be the last time you see that wall, and the next time I sit down and record a desk video.
Oh,
Hopefully
okay.
I've got my new setup ready by then, but I don't know. Closing of a chapter in a way. But that does close
I honestly hope that I can reach that point right now because I haven't like stuck with a particular theming. Like for example, now I got this really cool jungle theming all over the borders. Shout out to Streamlabs, you know, one of the reasons why it may be worth it to do their paid service. Which is do what I did, which is set all that up and then like don't no longer use the paid service. But you know, you can get a lot out of it just if you do it for like 1 month, you know? Similar to like Ubisoft, where you could like play the game for a month, like Assassin's Creed Shadows. You can like use a lot of the services that Streamlabs has, get yourself some cool stuff, and then sort of like, you know, be done with it. And just use the free OBS. But whatever, it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I feel like at a certain point, once you've sort of like got your look, I feel like you're gonna get you're gonna get really attached to it. And at least for right now, since I'm at such a like early stage of my channel, it's like I don't have anything quite like that yet. Even though I've been doing this for like 2 years already.
Gun Images. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully that gets you off my back.
Dude, can you imagine if I was still haven't debuted. Can you imagine if I was just a Twitter, like, I was just on Twitter's, like, planning to debut this whole time? Like, it's not even, like, I just, like, haven't finished, like, setting everything up.
To do another one till,
it's
like,
expensive.
next fucking year. Actually, you know, this one
because I kind of want to, like, have, like, I want to, like, do other stuff. It doesn't have to be expensive, right? But there's something I want to do that costs money.
Too bad, which means you gotta send even worse suggestions next time. Anyhow, I appreciate it, guys, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Alright, well then then you put that song. You kind of killed the vibe. This is a very freaking awesome wall, though, I gotta admit. Like, for example, he has the Duke Nukem Golden Deagle. Oh my goodness. The China Lake. It's pretty sick. But you can tell he really made it to, like... He really made it to, like, what the hell? How is that? Does that have a backwards freaking... What the... This looks cursed as well. This looks like it belonged in the video. What the hell? That disturbs me. That disturbs the hell out of me. I don't know why I hate that as much as I do. Oh, he's got the what is it? The Luger? The PO8? Whatever it's called? That was cool. Wow. End of an era with that freaking with that wall, huh? What a freaking video for me to come to react to Bandit again.
Remember when I said guns have the thick fuck. Remember when I said guns like to have thick... Do I really need to keep making that hand gesture when I say that?
You do. It becomes muscle memory. It helps. It helps the muscle memory. You trust me, he's doing it subconsciously, but it actually genuinely helps.
Remember when I said guns like to have thick...
He's really giving you the freaking like, oh, got you, and I get to punch you.
Do I really need to keep making that hand gesture when I say that?
He's like Donald J. Trump. China. I love it. Amazing video. Please go and drop Brandon a like, go drop him a sub. How is this not already at 1 million? At 100,000, I mean. Views? It probably is. Yeah, it's definitely at 1 million views. Likes is what I meant to say. It should be at 100, should absolutely already be at 100k likes. Let's go. Thanks for hanging out. Like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and become a Monodachi today! I live stream all day, Monday through Friday, so go say hi! That's all for now, Monos. Goodbye, and thanks for swinging by. Salut!